today I have a mini album. It is a mini one too. Measures 4x4. It was basically an album put together at a workshop with Claire again, which I actually took apart because I made a new one, and I was just left with the base album. No idea what to do with it. So last week I decided that I'd just decorate it with papers and see what happened, and it sort of flowed from there, and I've ended up with an album that I've put some old photos in, and as it says, 7 generations. The 7th generation, or the oldest of the 7th generation, I have one photograph of one person. Mum had a cull of photos and didn't tell me, and I only found out what disappeared after she died. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So this is the photo. This looks like a belly band. It's not. It's just a belly band looking thing that goes all round, but I've stuck it on the back. I think I've decided I like to keep my album covers pretty plain and simple. Anyway, from there we open up, and these photos are less than 3 inches by 2.5, but they are the original photos that I've scanned. I was going to print them onto photo paper, but I actually liked them on printer paper, so they've all been done and left on printer paper. So that's the oldest photo that I actually have. My great-grandfather and my mum, I'm assuming, because I can't see why she would have kept it otherwise. And so we go through. These papers come from a pack of paper, a pad of papers that I've got. They're very thin. I didn't actually like them, but they've done well with this book, I think. My sister, I never knew. She died at 6 months old. And as I've gone through, you might have noticed I've got numbers. And what I've done, because I've got these little pockets, I've made them into journaling bits, and I've just made a note of who's on what picture, their birth and death, if they're dead. I'm not yet. And I've done it with all of the tuck spots. That's my family, my immediate family, my grandparents, an uncle that I lost when I was very young. Again, more tuck spots, more journaling. Grandparents, paternal ones, and maternal grandparents, me and my brother in his first Easter. Then I've listed what numbers are which generation, but as we've gone through, there's been pockets, and I've used the pockets for the newer generations from me going forward rather than going back. The photos in the actual album are generations from me going back. These tuck spots are the newer generations, these pockets. And families. My brother and his son, and my great-granddaughter. Probably stuck those on in wrong order. The only problem I had, that I started putting photo mats in before I decided on what to do with it, and I actually did the photo mats in card. I should have done them in paper, because the card has actually, as you can see, there's a 3/4 inch spine. It's a lot more than 3/4 inches this side, so I've actually overfilled it. This shows I should have done it in paper, but I still like the way it's ended up. And this buckle effect I had in another pack of cutouts, cut aparts that I actually did. So all the other decorations were from the paper pad. There was some images on a paper pad that I was able to cut. So some of them have got words, some of them haven't, but it's just to take a bit of plainness off. And the numbers were in a long string that I cut through. So yeah. So that's another project that was technically started but never really done. So I've now got another project finished, and this one actually does have photos in.